Okay, we're going to be using the newest 10.4 this morning. Okay, put it in drive. And we're ready to go.
Now turn right onto Churchill Downs.
One of the things I'm going to be looking for, come on, you can do it. There we go. One of the things I'm going to be looking for is to see if there are any improvements in the 3 or 4 things that it does not do well in the villages. One of them, of course, is gates. They said they were going to have gates, but I did not see it anywhere on the release notes. The second thing is its ability to pass golf carts or even to recognize golf carts. Again, I didn't see any of that on the release notes either. And the third thing is how well, when it does a left turn, does it stay out of the golf cart lane. Now, so far in 10.3.1, it has done that very well on the side streets, such as Churchill. But coming out of Pimlico Recreation Center onto one of the more major streets, which is Belvedere, it still is making that turn very, very widely. Each time I have to disengage. So we'll see. So those are 3 things that are very specific to the villages, which we're going to be looking for in this particular drive. Okay, we've got a golf cart approaching. It still is seeing that as a car. So I don't have a lot of hope in how it's going to be recognizing golf carts. I don't think they have programmed that in the neural net.
In 500 feet,
yet.
turn right onto Lindhaven Lane. Now turn right onto Lindhaven Lane.
Okay. All right, there's a car behind us. If it doesn't go soon, I'm going to step on the accelerator. I'm going to go ahead and step on the accelerator because I don't want to inconvenience him. All right, we'll see whether or not it's going to recognize this gate. I'm going to be prepared to hit the brake.
In 500 feet, turn right onto County Road 472.
I don't see any indication that it's even slowing down. No,
Now
it
turn
does
right
not.
onto County
It does
Road
not see that gate.
472.
Oof. Okay, I had to hit the brake pretty hard there. Yeah, that was. Yeah, if I hadn't hit the brake, it was going to go crashing through. So it does not. It still does not recognize gates. Okay. All right, I'm hitting the accelerator a little bit because there's a car behind me. Okay, so that's test number 1 that it didn't quite pass. In fact, I'll call that one an abject failure.
Now turn left onto County Road 117.
Wow. That was horrible. Oof. Oh my goodness. This same poor car is trailing us. All right, that was pretty bad. It literally came right up on it, slammed on its brakes, and I had to take over because there was no telling what the car behind us was going to do. Okay, we're still also pretty much in the middle of this road. Okay.
In 500 feet,
All right.
turn
I'm going to
left
have to
onto
take
County
over.
Road 114. Now turn left onto County Road 114.
Fortunately, that poor car that's been trailing us is went the other direction. Okay, let's see if we can do this better now.
In 500 feet, turn right onto County Road 121.
Okay, it's right dead center in the middle of the road. All right, now it sees a line, a lane line.
Now turn right onto County Road 121.
All right, decent job there. A little jerky. It still is not doing a really good job when it comes to roads without lines. It's still hugging the very center, and then at the last moment, hopefully it will get over with an oncoming car, but that's not a courteous thing to do. Okay, it sees the car on the right and it's doing a dramatic slowdown. Now we're picking up speed again. I have a lot of confidence when there is a center line, but when there's not, it's just taking dead aim for the oncoming car, and that's not courteous to them because they don't know what we're doing. And the last thing you want is for another driver not to be able to have any confidence in what you're doing or your car is doing.
In 1,000 feet, bear left onto East County Road 462.
All right, if you're going, go. Let's go. Come on. I'm giving it accelerator because it just was not pumping it at that point.
Left onto East County Road 462.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to cancel the navigation and go into my next waypoint. And we've got a new navigation.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto County Road 466A.
Let's slow it down. Come on. Okay, we should be getting into this left turn lane, and we are. Okay, very nice.
Now turn left
I
onto
have
County Road
a
466A.
green arrow. I do. And it's making the turn very nicely. Done. Getting in the left lane. Car crossing, that was a little slow down. That was appropriate. Coming up on the red light. All right, right now it's doing well. Okay, it's going to go get into the other lane. going. You did that fairly well. There was a little hesitation. I tapped the accelerator because I wasn't sure there was a car behind us or not. Okay, we're coming now across Morse Boulevard. It wants to get in the left lane. It's a little jerky there. Okay, it moved on over. It had plenty of room. There was nothing behind us. I'm not sure why it jerked the steering wheel like it did. As you can see, the planner was popping back and forth. I'm not sure it was really sure of itself. Now, in about 3 miles, we're going to make a series of little turns in order to get onto 441. We could go straight down to 441 and turn at the light, but it's mapping us in a slightly different direction, which is just a little bit faster. But we do have some turns, which is fine. You can see how it's going to handle those. Traffic light here at Colony Plaza. Went through the yellow light nicely. Of course, so did the car behind us. Okay, I'm going to tell it to get in the right lane. Just getting on over so this car can pass us. Don't want to inconvenience him or block him. Alright, saw that car, just a little hesitation until I figured out there was no problem. Okay, now we've got to merge. Let's see what it's going to do. Come on, get over. No, it's going straight through these. Okay, it's merging now. All right, I think that could have merged.
Turn left onto Poinsettia Avenue.
Merged a little bit faster. Because it went right through those horizontal stripes before it figured out it should not be there.
Now turn left onto Poinsettia Avenue.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is where we're turning left. Ah, come on. Wow. Oh, that was bad. Oh, you gotta be. Okay, we're gonna send that one in. Oof. Can't blame that on mapping instructions. Okay, we're gonna have to watch those.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Shiloh Street. Now turn right onto Shiloh Street.
I don't know what that left turn back there was. I mean, it was ready to make the turn, then all of a sudden it didn't want to do it, and then it lurched forward, and I'm not sure it would have actually made the turn. So I took over quickly.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Maple Avenue.
All right. Come on, get over, get over. Oof.
Now turn left onto Maple Avenue.
All right, let's let it turn left here. All right. Those left turns on those little streets are not really good. I'm not sure it knows what it's doing. All right, let's see what it's about to do here.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Cook Drive.
Okay, it's passing this this parked truck very nicely. Okay, I'm impressed there.
Now turn right onto Cook Drive.
All right, we're playing chicken with this truck. Okay, come on. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take over. It was very confused there.
In 500 feet, turn right onto US Highway 441/27. Then your destination will be on the right.
All right.
Now turn right onto US Highway 441/27.
All right, I'm going to go ahead because the navigation is not in our favor at this point. Okay, I'm going to go on down here to this light and take a left, and then I'll navigate it to home and see what it does. That was not exactly the route that I thought it was going to take. Obviously, I didn't look at the navigation well enough. It came in to the waypoint from a completely different direction. That was why there were that many turns. I expected to come down to the light and down here and turn left and go on back up. Okay, I'm going to be courteous and let him out if he wants to go out. All right, he doesn't want to. Okay, I'll go ahead. All right. let's go home. Alright. Okay, we're taking a left here.
Now turn left onto US Highway 441/27.
And hopefully we're not going to have any problems from now on. This is what I thought I was going to do to begin with. Come down to that light and take a left, and then I just navigate to home. Then go ahead and pass. Okay. The car beeped something it didn't like. So I went ahead and took over. I wasn't sure what it was. I'll put it back in. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe it got confused and preferred that I do the driving. One of the problems is when it beeps like that and flashes something on the screen, the last thing I'm going to do is take my eyes off the road in order to read what it says on that screen. Okay, we're getting into the left lane. Back into the right lane. It needs to make up its mind. There, of course, is faster traffic coming up on my left.
In 1 mile, turn left onto West Lemon Street.
So in a mile, we will need to get into this left lane. That's good that it did, because here is the police on my left. And he was going a little faster and wanted to pass. Start getting over. All right. Okay, it did that before we got to those solid lines. All right, that's good. Oh, please don't tailgate the police officer. We're coming up on the Wawa where the superchargers are, here on the left. Okay, we should get into this left lane here. There are the superchargers over there on the left. No Teslas in it.
Now turn left onto West Lemon Street.
What's interesting is there's no way it can see the light, so it generally uses the cars in front of it as a guide. If you'll notice on the screen, it doesn't even show that the turn light even exists. Mainly because there's that large truck up there that is blocking its view. It's blocking my view, for that matter. Once it passes and it starts following the red truck in front of us, then I assume that it will then be able to see the light and will determine whether it's safe to continue. Okay, here we go. And of course it now sees, just like I do, that we have a green arrow. Okay. That was not good. It hit the brake. Should not do that. I think we have a regression here in 10.4 because it did not used to do that as it's making that turn. It seems like it's very undecided, and in the middle of the turn, even with a green arrow as to which lane to go in, it decides that it wants to hit the brake until it makes a decision. Okay, that was a hard brake. I had to hit the accelerator to get it to continue. I took a quick look in the mirror just to make sure there was nothing behind us. Otherwise, I would probably have hit the accelerator even harder. Yes, I do believe the left turns, which they were trying to make a little bit more aggressive in 10.4, I do believe we have a problem with them. We'll see a little bit later. But the last few of those have not been excellent. That one, I really don't even know what was happening. It was right in the middle of a very, very nice left turn with a green protected arrow. And as it got halfway through and saw that there were 2 lanes to go in instead of just taking the left lane like it used to in 10.3.1, it just basically hit the brakes. And I had to take over because there were cars behind us. Okay, we're coming into the construction area on Morse Boulevard. Shouldn't affect us too much unless it decides to get in the left lane, because all we're going to do is go straight. Okay, I've got my hands on the wheel. I'm not sure what the beep beep was. Okay, it's trying to go around this truck. That was not good. That's behavior that was also in 10.3.1, so that has not been improved. That's the last thing it should have done, is try to go around that truck at that point. Especially with all this congestion. I'm not even sure we could make it past that truck. Not room enough for the car. Plus there are plenty of cars coming here that have to basically make that left turn, so they're in the left lane until they can get into the turn lane. So that would have been very dangerous. Okay, the truck's turning right. Don't try to go around it. Okay. Alright, we've got a green light. It couldn't see and I couldn't see until the truck moved out of the way whether our light was green or red. The only thing that it could see at that point was the red light for the turn lane. So it very properly waited until it could see what color that light was. I would have done exactly the same thing. Okay, it's going to get in the other lane. That's fine. This car's going very slow. Can't argue with that decision. In fact, I was wondering how long it's going to take it to make that decision. But once it does, I certainly like for it to get back over into the right lane. There's nothing behind me, so I'm going to let it do its thing for right now. Once a car starts coming up on us, which is happening now. Well, okay, that's fine. Okay, which is happening now. That's interesting. I think there's actually an improvement there. I think once it sees that there's a car coming up on it, it goes ahead and gets back in the right lane. Now, I can't be positive about that, but I've noticed it do that a couple of times. Specifically, it did that with the police officer. Once it saw that car was approaching us very rapidly back on 441, which was the police car, it decided to move over and let it go ahead and pass. Because I was about to do that anyway, but it did it for me. Well, what do I think of the drive so far? Well, all in all, I think it's been a good drive. For the most part, it's done real well, especially in lane selection, etc. It did have some heart-stopping moments. These were in left turns. I'm not really sure what the change is, but when it's making that left turn, all of a sudden it basically seems to lose its mind and can't make a decision, and it slams on the brakes. At least it slows down to the point that if there's somebody behind us, we're in jeopardy. So I do have to hit the accelerator and take over the wheel to make sure that we get out of trouble. It's not something that gives me a lot of comfort. So I don't know what it is. There's obviously a change there. I think they're trying to improve the acceleration on the left turns, but I'm not sure that they've done a really good job on that. That's the only real major criticism that I have with this. The rest of the drive, I think, was pretty well perfect. And in fact, I did see some improvements, especially in its lane choice. And I really liked how it went around that parked truck on that street. Other things that still need improvement. It's still hugging the center of the street on the ones that don't have lines on them, and it's not moving over enough when it sees a car coming, so that's making the other car very uncomfortable. So that's a problem that persists. That was in. Okay, it wants to get over, but there's too much traffic right at the moment. We'll see what it does. And of course, we haven't tested out the golf carts, except that it obviously doesn't see them. There's no increase in the gate arms. Okay, it still wants to get over. All right, it's going slowly. Now it's speeding up. Okay, now it sees its time. Very nicely done. I cannot argue with the lane changes and how it does it and the decisions it's making. That is an improvement.
Belvedere Boulevard.
It seems like a minor improvement, but basically it really makes me feel a little more comfortable that it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, let's see what it's about to do here at Belvedere. Remember, it's going to get in the left turn lane and then it's going to make a left turn. But the second that it makes that left turn, it's going to see, or should see, that it needs to be in the left side. And in the past, it's tended to try to cross over. All right, this is the left turn with a left turn arrow that we have. Let's see if it can do it without braking in the middle. It's got a lead car. All right, come on, I've got my foot on the accelerator. It's making the turn. It's not braking. And again, it wanted to get into the right lane, which would have forced it into a right lane only. So I had to take over there. I'll send that in. Okay, and we're not going to trust the gate again. Although there's a car in front of me.
In
So,
500 feet, turn right onto Churchill Downs.
So it will slow down anyway, but I'll take it out. It just doesn't see these gates yet. There's the gate arm coming down. Alright. As far as it's concerned, that gate is not there. Okay, we're going to take a right
now
here.
turn right onto Churchill Downs.
It sees that fire truck. Alright, try not to hit the fire truck. Alright, that's fine. And the sheriff's car. It would have been really bad to hit both of them.